Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's Tips and Tricks webinar. Today's topic is on a new cloud-based monitoring solution called Horizon AIOPS. Please use the Q&A chat if you have any questions during the webinar. We'll make sure we get to those. Our presenter today is an R&D group manager, Rick. Rick, what do you have for us?
Hi guys. So I have a short presentation, hopefully short, starting with Skyline, which I have presented in the past couple of times, but I'm going to go over it, very quickly, just to align everyone who doesn't know it yet. And Skyline is also a monitoring solution, which is more for local monitoring. And I'm going to go into the new solution, which is Horizon AIOps. Which is at least for the first part, the same kind of solution for monitoring, but not locally using, but instead using Checkpoint's Infinity portal as the base of operations, as the data ingestion point, and the view and the visualization of the data. And I'll go into what it is and our roadmap. So let's get started. I'll get started actually with a short demo of Skyline. So for those of you who are not familiar with it, Skyline is basically a solution for allowing export of monitoring data, the kind you might see in CPView if you're familiar with that. We call it operational health data. So for example, what you can see in front of you, like CPU usage, RAM usage, disk space, network usage. I'll go down here. This is a sample dashboard from Skyline, just so you know. One of the dashboards that are available as a baseline, but the basis of Skyline is more we allow to export data, metrics data from Checkpoint devices and into a local server of that the customers are expected to set up, and the local server can run. We currently support Prometheus and Grafana, which are both third-party tools, which can help you. Prometheus is a database, and Grafana is a visualization tool that can help you visualize the data. And what we are seeing now is a dashboard in Grafana. So Skyline allows you to get the data into your local server and view it from there. And Skyline has already been released, I think, for almost a year now, and gaining a lot of momentum. But the problem, I mean, not a problem, but the requirement for it is that the user, set up your own server in order to use it, your own monitoring server. So this is just a rehash of what I said. So a lot of people have come up and asked, well, then why doesn't Checkpoint provide that server? And that is why we chose to move forward with the new solution, which is Horizon AIOps. And I'll go into it in just a minute, but just to go on the finer points of Skyline. So Skyline is, as I said, already released. It supports Checkpoint versions R80, 40, and forward. It supports all device types, even including Quantum Spark devices. Very recently, it's still in EA, the version which of the Quantum Spark which supports Skyline, but it already supports even that. And it transmits around 300 metrics every 15 seconds from each Checkpoint device that is configured to report the data, all to a local server of your choosing, where you set up, I said, Prometheus and Grafana. Just to note that Skyline is still advancing. We are still working on improving it. The things that we expect to do I would say soon, but also towards the future, is first add more and more data to it. Expand the set of data that it covers, and also add additional supported destinations So in addition to Prometheus and Grafana, we are also interested in adding other modern monitoring solutions such as Splunk, Dynatrace, what do I have more? Datadog, and more. Okay, we are working on it right now. So you can expect, pretty soon to have a new release of Skyline, which more and more adds more metrics and more destinations. So this is our plan for Skyline. Now, going to Horizon AIOPS. So in Horizon AIOPS, the most important thing for you is that the data is not, it does not require you to set up your own monitoring server. Instead, the data is reported directly to Checkpoint's Infinity portal, and you can view it from there. We have a plan for the first version, which it will be quite similar to what Skyline is offering, and I'll show you in a minute a preview of that version. When I'm saying similar to Skyline, so what I mean by that is that it only shows some metrics in some visualization form, but we do have plans for expanding this a lot. So I will share you the roadmap right after this. So let's see the preview. Yeah. So I'm going into the Infinity portal. And again, this is just a preview, so don't get hung on every detail here because some might change. But the basic idea is that you have your own tenant under at least currently it's planned to be under Horizon Events and a monitoring tab here, and you can see the basic data and graphs that Skyline might show you. Disk usage, network usage, CPU usage, memory utilization. You can you change it to view by core, or for network you can view by interface, for example. You have the basic ID card of the device. So here we have a gateway from R81. It's a VM virtual device. The uptime and the latest policy installed on it, and when it is installed, and the current CPU and memory usage. And you can change, the view more recent data or more history data. You can select different devices. Right now, we only have one device in this preview environment, but you can, of course, have multiple devices reporting. We also have, this is all in the same system tab here. We also have this network tab, which shows more detailed network data. Again, you can do it overall or by interface for some of them. And also this interfaces tab, which shows information about interfaces. This is all pretty similar, I would say, to Skyline, to how Skyline behaves. The main difference is that in Skyline, when you're using Grafana, you are free to customize the dashboards. We do provide some baseline dashboards in Grafana, but we do encourage customers to modify them or even create their own dashboards. We have a set of data, a set of metrics that is supported by Skyline, and we have a guide which explains all these metrics and how they behave, and so you can set up your own dashboards with your own preferences. Of course, this is not possible in the Infinity portal because here we provide the holistic view for you. But again, since this is just an early development build, you should know that, of course, we are open to any suggestions or requirements that you might have. And actually, we also very soon we expect to release this as early availability, and I would like to invite you, if you have any interest in this system, to invite you to participate in the EA program. So to be able to connect your devices and view them in the Infinity portal. This is, of course, at least this version will be free of charge. It won't cost you anything. So if you're interested in that, feel free to contact me. I'll add my email to the mail that will be sent after this. So again, you can if you're interested in participating in the early availability, please feel free to address me. And also, if you have any suggestions or comments or anything like that, then also feel free to contact me. So let's get back to the presentation. So I said the EA is coming very soon. Actually, probably only a few weeks in the future. Not very much to wait. I have the screens here, but we are showing them. Okay, so I'm going to go over the roadmap, and this is a very broad roadmap. The plan is for this project to be at least whole of 2024 and probably into 2025. So we do expect to release several updates during that time. I can't say exactly when we will release these updates, but our plan is as follows. So we first we want to actually the second bullet is the first thing that we want to address is alerts and events. So right now, as I said, the data is quite similar to Skyline in that you can only view the data and there's nothing to do with it other than view it. But one of the main requirements we got from customers is that they want to have alerts and to be able to act upon those alerts. So that is our main goal for at least for 2024, I would say, to add more and more alerts about everything you can think of and everything you might want, starting from basic threshold-based alerts like the CPU has risen to above 90% or something like that, and going through event-based alerts like maybe your license is about to expire or your blade is not enabled or anything you can think of about. So we do have that as a plan, and again, if you feel free to, if you have any suggestions about things that you would like to be included as alerts in the system, then again, you feel free to contact me and tell me about it. So that's one thing. The other is the first bullet here is the inventory view. So that's one plan that I would say I'm not sure how or exactly if we will do that, but our plan is also to allow you to view your entire inventory, that's reporting to Infinity Portal, to view the inventory and to view details about your inventory. So that it sounds rather simple, but there are we do want it to have more value than just viewing the environment. We will probably show you a little bit more about each device there, so you will be able to manage your inventory from that view. And the next thing is analysis and predictions. So that connects, of course, to alerts, but I would say this is the more of the AI part of the AIOPS. So we plan to add an analysis inspection engine and prediction engine, based on machine learning and things like that, to allow you to anticipate and predict anomalies, and of course to detect, of course, and also to predict anomalies in your systems, in any of the given metrics that the system reports, and if anything like that is detected, of course it will also trigger an alert. So that's the next step. And our final, I wouldn't say final, but at least for now, our planned final step is integration of this service with proactive support. So for those of you who are not familiar with it, from proactive support is Checkpoint's service, which provides proactive handling of issues on the customer side, detection of these issues, and the automatic creation of support tickets to handle them. So right now, this service, this paid service, by the way, is based on other types of data, not the same as Skyline, but we do want to integrate the proactive support with Skyline and Horizon AIOPS, more Horizon AIOPS, in order to be able to provide a better service for proactive support customers. And we will probably, I can't say for sure, but we will probably tie in the proactive support service as part of one of the higher tiers of Horizon AIOps. Right now, I can't say anything about exactly what in this plan will be free and what will be, will cost something. But I do think that at least some of these will probably be have a license cost attached to them. So this is the plan. Again, the plan is going forward for at least a year, probably more. So I can't go into a lot of detail about this plan, but I can, if you have any questions about that, I might also try to answer them. This is the entire presentation, actually, pretty short. Right, so now I think if you have any questions, I will answer them.
Yep, we got a couple questions. Let me see here. Well, just to be clear, well, Horizon AIOps versus Skyline, what's the difference? Where would you use one versus the other, or what's the benefit of one over the other?
Okay, so Skyline, I think the power of Skyline is mostly, at least for now, the customizability of the view. You can customize your own dashboards. You can even configure alerts in Grafana, for example, if you're using that. And by the way, Prometheus and Grafana are both not checkpoint products, but they are free to use, at least in some capacity. So the only thing that you need to allocate in order to use Skyline is to allocate a server. It could be a simple virtual device. It doesn't have to be anything very powerful. So the disadvantage of Skyline is that you do need to allocate that server and install Prometheus and Grafana and maintain them on that server. But the advantage of Skyline is that you're able to customize these tools however you want. And if you do have an environment that is mostly in the same place, and you want to monitor it locally, that environment, by locally I mean all the monitored devices need to have connection to the monitoring server. So if that requirement is suitable to you, then Skyline I think is a good solution. At least for now. Conversely, the Horizon AIOps does not require you to set up anything. So that's one advantage of it. The disadvantage, at least for the moment, is that it's not customizable. So you will have to depend on our ability to change and to improve it. At least for now, we might end up adding customizability options to the user interface of Horizon AIOps in the future, but right now it's not planned. So that's one disadvantage.
Okay.
And just one more advantage is that Horizon AIOps will have more and more advanced capabilities, compared with Skyline. So towards the future, I think it will be much better.
Okay. And of course, if you are interested in the EA, you'd have some input, right? And what is helpful for you, what you would like to see in the product. So if you're interested in the EA, we will have that in the follow-up email. I think you covered these, but I'll ask anyway. When is the planned release, and what is really supported?
So for Horizon AIOps, our plan is in a couple of weeks. I can't say exactly because times are not very predictable right now, but in a couple of weeks, maybe a month, we expect to release the first EA version of Horizon AIOps. And by EA, all I mean is that it will be shown in the Infinity Portal as a preview or something like that. And we want to be a little bit more conservative in adding users, as we go along. But we will enable these users and we will be available for them as R&D. I'm saying we will be available for these users more, in any issue they might come up with. So that's in a couple of weeks. Going forward, I would say that we will probably have about a release per quarter in 2024, maybe more, maybe less. I can't say exactly, but that is, the basic plan.
Okay.
Oh, and for you ask also what is supported.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, so any type of checkpoint device basically is supported, and let me list them. So security gateway, security management, multi-domain server, for being monitored. I mean, Maestro or Scalable platforms, VSX. What am I missing here? Log servers, and everything of that capacity.
Spark, you said, right?
Yeah, so Spark is it is supported already as EA in Skyline. For Horizon AIOPS, it might be a little bit later. It will be a little bit later, but it will also be supported going forward.
Okay. Let's see. You answered that one. Is VSX supported? Yes.
Yes.
How is the data forwarded to Horizon?
Okay, so we are using Checkpoint's cloud architecture called Infinity Next to relay the data. There is an agent running on the monitored device, a nano agent that relays the data through Checkpoint's Infinity Next architecture, and then to Checkpoint's database, which is on the cloud, and the Infinity Portal reads from there.
Okay, great. I think that covered the questions. If anybody has anything else, please throw it in the Q&A. But let's see here. I think that's it. So thank you, Eric. Appreciate the information. We will send that follow-up email with any reference content, the recording link, and the information if you're interested in getting into the EA program. Our next webinar will be here in 2 weeks. That one will be on our quantum firewall appliance roadmap. That includes the quantum lightspeed appliances. So you'll see the invitation for that soon. Let me check questions one more time. We're good. So with that, we'll let you go. Eric, thank you so much for the information, and everyone else, thank you for joining us, and we will see you here next time. Enjoy your
Thank you,
day.
everyone.
Thanks all. Bye now.
Bye-bye.